Okay, I'm gonna be doing a Jad guide today because I got this as a Slayer task finally. Before I do the caves, I just want to do a quick rundown. Take 3 range pots. I basically pot constantly. Excalibur because it heals you. Some diamonds for Jad. 6 to 8 brews, and the rest super restores. My gear is Armadil and my Ellie, but honestly, I've done this on a number of different accounts with a number of different gear sets, and Black D'hide works fine. I mean, you can do this with like a mil worth of gear. Just Glory, Black D'hide, Rune Crossbow, Obby Shield. I mean, you don't need anything fancy. It's not that hard. I just started and I thought I should state a few things. Firstly, make sure your XP counter is open because for these little bats and things that drain your prayer, if you hit a 53 or a 54 on your XP counter, that's a one-hit kill, and then you know for a fact it's dead. If you don't, start running away before you attack it again. That way you prevent getting hit and losing your prayer. Also, you want to make sure your sound is on. You only need game sounds. You don't need music or ambient sounds. That way, well, you need it for Jad, first of all, but it's useful for the rest of the caves too, because if you're hiding and you're waiting for a ranger to attack you, you can hear when it does, and that way you can kind of be prepared. One more quick thing that came to mind. For these low-level waves, the killing order you want to use is always kill the bat first when it's coming at you. If you don't see it, start killing anything else that's near you, namely the ranger. After the bat, you always want to focus on the ranger because they're the most damage. But you definitely don't want to lose prayer points needlessly to these little nubs. Again, use the XP counter and hopefully you see that 53 drop so you know it's a one-hit kill. Then move on to the ranger and save these guys for last. Once the healers start, it's a little bit different. You're going to want to move them to the safe spot and either kill things behind them, like that's useful for the 45s, because when they spawn the 22s, you're not getting attacked. It's also good for keeping the bat off you directly, but I'll get a clip of that in a few seconds. In this case, there is no bat, so I just went straight for the ranger. And whenever you see double of the lowest monster, that means the next wave is double of the next lowest monster. In this case, I'll have double rangers next. And once there's double rangers, it goes into the healers. Double rangers, I just advise range prey just because. Once these two die, you're going to want to run east, I believe. And this is the so-called Italy rock. You can safe spot on this side, trap them here. You can safe spot on the other side and trap them the same way. And you can even safe spot on this wall of it if they're on either side of it. It's very versatile. Here's the basic safe spot. Here's a quick example of what I had mentioned before, where other monsters are actually stuck behind the healers. There's a bat over here, and it can't get to me, so I take full advantage of that, and I'm going to one-hit you before you have a chance to drain my prayer. It's also great when the melees are stuck back there, because you kill it, and then it splits into the two little ones, and you kill them, and you never have to get hit once. Right here, this is a time when I would probably range pray myself, because you need to keep him trapped. Alright, here's an example of how to lure it over, since it's attacking me from that general direction. Then you can see where it comes onto your screen, and you can definitely long range it while still being in the safe spot. Alright, I'm on the double ranger wave, which means that I'm almost at the mages, which is one thing I want to record, but I quickly want to say, like I said before on the double range wave, you're gonna want to range pray. I don't care if you're 99 defense with the best gear in the game, it's still worth doing. There's no point wasting your HP. I've literally used 43 prayer points up to this point, and yeah, I've got hit by the bats, so it's actually less. I mean, there's no reason you can't use 1 to 2 doses of prayer pot to not use any food. It's completely worth doing. Okay, since the double rangers just went down, I have double healers, and then it's on to the mages. If you haven't started range potting by this point, I actually meant to range pot the entire time, but I forgot because I'm stupid. You're gonna want to start at this point. Once the second healer is red barred, you're gonna want to mage pray. Just don't wait till it's dead. Just do it ahead of time, because sometimes the cave spawns a mess up and it doesn't give you the couple second waiting period it's supposed to, and you'll just get attacked. Or it can spawn right next to you and you can panic. So, sort of advisable just to get it done early. Make sure you stay without a melee range of these. They can melee you for like 400s, probably higher. Sometimes you'll have monsters behind these, and you can use the mage as a safe spot. Make sure you step out to the side first, because if you just click attack, you'll run straight into it and get meleeed for those big 400s. Some people kill the mages first because they think prayer is super important. And honestly, you're just going to get hit a lot if you do that. Kill everything else first. The only time you want to do anything else is if you have the mage in front of you on one half of the safe spot and everything else is trapped. Then just kill the mage. You can take your prayer off. You can range pray if you need to. You can soul split if you need to. And just in general, you'll be safe because the mage is already dead. But if the mage is alive and it's not split up from the rest, just kill it first, or kill it last. A few prayer points isn't as important as HP. You have a lot more prayer supplies than you do HP supplies. In a wave or two, I'm going to have the major and 2 rangers. As preparation for that, if you're on prayers, use Steel Skin and Eagle Eye, because since the major is on you, you absolutely cannot range pray. So you want to kill them quicker and take less damage while doing so. If you're on curses, leech, range, leech, defense. You might also want to brew, restore, and range pot in preparation so that your defense and your HP are higher. I still have an Excalibur spec, so I'm just going to do that right before I kill them. But in a normal case, I would have no problem with brewing and restoring for a defense boost. I usually do that, in all honesty. Okay, I'll be on the healers now, so I'll quickly show the strategy behind these, and then I'll pause again. It's essentially the same as the other healer waves. Where are you, buddy? All you want to do is trap him and safe spot him. You can attack him while running like I'm doing if you want. It's not too risky. I'm just going to take a second to show you another example of having the major trapped. This is the correct safe spot, and he's south of the rock, I'm north of it. And I'm going to take advantage of the situation and soul split, because free HP is good. Alright, I'm in kind of a tough spot right here. The spawns got kind of messed up, and I just want to show you that you need to improvise at times. I mean, he was on me, and rather than running in a massive circle, I safe spotted him off of another monster. I mean, clever things like that are how you do good at fight caves. It's so much improvisation.